Salut et bienvenue au chapitre 2. Welcome to chapter 2, Français, French. This is for those of you who are new to the language, and I'm here to help you with a few steps to open yourself up to the language. So you'll still need vocabulary, you'll still need grammar, but these steps will help you to become more motivated to learn a language. And this is the technique that I use if I learn a language. So I hope you enjoyed the steps. I'm going to have to speak a little quickly. There are 12 steps to get through here, starting with la première étape, the first step, la francophonie, the French-speaking world. Now, French is spoken not only in France, but also in North America, particularly in Quebec in Canada, in many Caribbean countries, as well as many African countries and a few islands in the Pacific. I may have left out a few places there. It's really important to know where the language is spoken. Otherwise, you could look a little foolish if you meet someone from Senegal who happens to speak French and you're thinking, I don't even know where that is. Get to know these countries on the list. It's very important. You're learning a language, you really should learn about where it's spoken. Okay. La deuxième étape, une ville, a city. I've chosen Paris for obvious reasons, bien sûr, of course. It's the center of the French-speaking world. Be creative though. Choose a city somewhere where French is spoken on YouTube and have a look around to get a feel for where the language is spoken. This will help you to open up to the language and excites you about how much you're going to actually learn in this language and one day even be in a place like that. La troisième étape, un marché. So now we go a little bit smaller, and I've focused on a market in a city where French is spoken. Markets are great places for reading signs, for getting information. It's very visual. And this helps us to record a lot of these words up here, because that's how we retain vocabulary. So check out the clip. It's a really interesting market that I found in Paris. Again, the place you choose is entirely up to you. Just make sure it's a place that speaks French. La quatrième étape, la télévision. TV in French is as varied as it is in other languages, and what I would suggest is to follow a series, like a drama series, and follow those characters without subtitles in a different language. Okay, this is important. You may be thinking, well, how am I going to understand what they're saying? You won't. You won't understand everything. These things come with time. With a list of vocabulary next to you, this is just to get you into the mood, into a zone where French is spoken. But please take away the subtitles, because that's going to slow you down, believe me. Okay. La cinquième étape, la cuisine. Now, I don't think I need to promote French cuisine here. It speaks for itself. Everybody's aware of French cuisine. I've left a picture of one of my favorite foods in French cuisine, and it's cassoulet, which is, I guess it's a bean stew with confit de canard, which is duck, from the south of France. Now that with a glass of red wine, and you're in heaven. Okay. Need I say any more? La sixième étape, dans la cuisine, in the kitchen. So this time, a little different to the previous step. We're now inside a kitchen, learning how to make something, some type of French food or food from wherever French is spoken. Now I've chosen something very typical. It's called crème brûlée. Only this time it's with a Canadian twist. It's used with maple syrup. Now after these two steps, the fifth and sixth steps, you'll probably have convinced yourself as to why you've chosen this language. La septième étape, la musique. Now my taste in music, in French-speaking music, is fairly eclectic. I like French rap. I love North African music that's blended with trance and dance music sung in French. You decide. It has to be a genre, to use another French word, that you like. And it's out there. So go onto YouTube and find something that you're interested in. I left a small list of what I would listen to, but then it depends on your taste in music. Look for this word here. That means lyrics or words, because it's important to go not to the video clip, but to the clip that has the song words, so that you can follow it and sing along with it. La huitième étape, le sport. Sport is also a form of culture, and remember, language is culture. Become interested in something that the locals are interested in. In this part of the world, particularly in the African countries that speak French, it's football, including in France, but not so in Canada. It's more about hockey. Choose a sport that you're interested in, and this will help you to become more interested in the language behind that sport as well. La neuvième étape, le film. The French film industry. When I say French, I really mean the whole world that speaks French is varied. It's very diverse, and it can range from a really good French comedy to an action-packed thriller from Canada. There's a list there on the blog, including some unusual ones like a science fiction movie from Cameroon, which has still left me a little bit confused. Check out the list. Alright, so we're up to, let's see, la dixième étape, les gens. People. Now it's important, of course, to communicate with preferably native speakers, and I would suggest Skype. On the blog, I've left a list of some websites where you can get in touch with people as language exchange partners and set up a time on Skype to communicate with them. Bearing in mind that you're probably not in the country where the language is spoken, this is as good as being in that place, is it not? N'est-ce pas? Okay. The next one, la onzième étape au travail, in the workplace. Learning a few words that are related to work. Again, choose a type of job that you're interested in, whether it's your career path, it's your actual profession, and learning the vocabulary associated with that job will also help to motivate you, because maybe you're learning this language for career purposes. That this is why you're learning the language. Let's see. The last one, la douzième étape, les relations, the relationship between people. So in this case, I would suggest watching a news clip, just to see how people interact, to see what gets them angry, to see what concerns them in this part of the world. So those are the 12 steps. S'il vous plaît, laissez un commentaire ou un message en français ou en anglais. Remember, these steps are about getting exposed to the language. It's not about complete fluency. That will be up to you with a very long list of vocabulary and grammar. These steps are to help you along the way and to guide you. The next one will be in Spanish, so I look forward to seeing you there. Au revoir.